Well, in 1998, I had breast cancer on my left side and had all the treatment, the chemo, the therapy, the hormone treatment with the tablets, and thinking that I'd never ever have breast cancer again. In fact, I was, it's not proud to say it, but I felt like sort of waving a flag that here I am, I've got through it and I'm not going to have it again. And then I had a mammogram in 2012 where another lump was found on my right breast, and had surgery again. But luckily enough this time, because they caught it so quickly this time, I didn't have to have chemo, I just had radiotherapy. And unfortunately, well, at the same time I had a very, very bad knee, and kept going back to the consultant, and in the end he decided to give me an MRI on my back because he was convinced it was my back and not my knee. And so had the MRI, went in to see him again, and he said, "Have you ever had a bad car accident?" "No." "Have you ever had any bad injury to your back?" "No." So he said very quickly, "Well, there's something wrong here." Turned the screen round and said, "Look!" And I thought, goodness me, whatever's that? And not being medical, I hadn't got a clue. And so he said, "I think we've got to sort this out." And so that's the last I heard from him. He said, "I'll be hearing from you." And the next thing I had, which I think was dreadful actually, was a telephone call on the Wednesday evening from my own doctor, who said, "I think we need to book you in to see the oncologist again." So that was November 2013. And then in December it was found that I had the cancer on my left pelvis and on 3 bones in my spine. And I had radiotherapy, not on my pelvis because it might have made me incontinent. So on my last session, my husband Ron had seen the green little sign in oncology saying about Maggie's, and we got outside and he said, "Come on, we're going to go to Maggie's." Hadn't got a clue where it was. So first of all, he goes into the fire station. And then when he finds it, he couldn't believe that there's this great big sign that says Maggie's. And he said, "Go on, you're going to go in and see Maggie's." And I was very nervous actually. And came through the front door, not this one, which we're all used to coming through now. And coming down the stairs was Jane Fye, the head of Maggie's. And she used to be my breast care nurse when I first had cancer in 1999. And I immediately felt at home, yes. And came through the door, and to be honest, I've never looked back. And the positivity, the counselling, the support, the love that I've received from Maggie's is just beyond anything that one would imagine that you could have. Our lovely friends.
I think when you're going through a very difficult time, I think when you feel very vulnerable, you feel very scared, you don't know what's going to happen. It's the first time you've ever been through anything like this. Maggie's is a place you go to and you discover you're not alone. You've got other people around you who are going through similar, who understand. You don't have to justify how you feel. It is an amazing place, without a doubt, and there is no place quite like it.
No.
For the friendships you meet and the support you get from this place is quite incredible.
Absolutely, yes. And actually, we actually think of it as our second home, don't we?
Yes.
And Pauline and I go to a secondary support group that goes on every fortnight. In fact, it's the only group that carries on, and that to Pauline and I has been...
That's been a fantastic support.
Absolutely, yes. And we can cry in that group. You know, we let our feelings known, and we cry, don't we? We laugh, we hug.
I was going to say, we do have a lot of laughs.
We do, yeah, we do. And like I was saying, that, you know, when we go to choir, we don't talk about cancer at all, do we?
It isn't about, Maggie's can't treat the cancer, it treats the wellness of the person. It's about making the person feel better and all the things that will go with it. And the beauty of Maggie's as well is it isn't just for the person with cancer, it's for anybody affected by it. And very often it's your husbands, wives, partners, neighbours even, who need just as much help. Or they need to know how to talk to you, what to expect next that might happen, and they've got as many questions, I think, as the person with cancer themselves have.
Absolutely.
And they often don't know how to deal with it. As a person with cancer, you're having the appointments, you're being seen to, you're being dealt with, and it's the people who are very close to you on your periphery that almost need as much support, without a doubt. And that's where Maggie's really does come into its own. It is for anybody. It is for any cancer. It is for any part of your journey. So it can be before you start treatment, during treatment, way after treatment. Every type of cancer that's going. And I think the beauty as well of Maggie's is you come and you tend to see the same faces. You see the same, either Jane or Gaynor or Sam. And that is so reassuring, I think, to see the same people here. They get to know you, you build a fantastic rapport with them. And that's what makes it home from home.
Absolutely.
It is a definite home from home.
In fact, when we have like holidays at Christmas, we feel quite lost, don't we? That we think, oh gosh, we haven't got Maggie's this
And
week.
great to get back.
But also there's lots of different support groups, lots of different...
huge number of activities.
We've learnt to do mosaics, we play the ukulele.
Fabulous.
Pauline would tell you all about Nordic walking. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first came to Maggie's, the reason I wanted to come was because they did a walking group. And when you're doing chemo, you can't do anything because you can't mix with anybody because your immune system is knocked out by the chemo. So the only thing that you can do really is walk. So I came to Maggie's to join the walking group, and then after a while Jane asked me if I would train to lead the walking group, which I did. And then Jane found out that through some research, Nordic walking in particular was supposed to be extremely good for people with breast cancer who have had lymph nodes removed, because the action of the arm gets the lymph system working. So she asked me if I'd trained to be a Nordic walking leader. So I thought, how hard can it be? Yes, of course I will. So 25 modules later of learning all about the skeleton, the muscles, the bloods, the nervous system, which I didn't expect, doing a full level 2 fitness qualification, I became a Nordic walking instructor. So now I take courses, 4-week courses where I teach people from Maggie's the technique of Nordic walking. And people have loved it so much. I've been going a year now, and I've started a drop-in on another day, so that for those people who have done the course, they can just come and do a nice walk and keep the technique going and keep the walking going. And I've now started to do one outing a month where we go outside of Maggie's and do a nice walk in the countryside somewhere and have lunch together. So it's become a really nice sociable group, as well as supporting people mainly to be active, because it's important during cancer treatment to be as active as you possibly can, and the oncologists are really pushing activity now. So I'm just pleased to be able to give something back in terms of taking Nordic walking classes.
It's funny, isn't it? Because very often Maggie's becomes like a catalyst for something, which then you take on board, and you take it outside of Maggie's. Very often that happens on a social level as well, isn't it? It's a wonderful place, absolutely wonderful place.
I was also saying that really, and it sounds a really silly thing to say, but if I hadn't had cancer and I hadn't had Maggie's, these experiences that I've had through Maggie's is just, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now speaking on the radio, which I never ever would ever have done that.